Hello everyone, Sheldon with iHardware here. Wow, I haven't done a video in a very long time. I think the last video I made was the skit video of something like how to install Windows 95 or something like that. I haven't done a video like this, I believe, in like almost 3 months now, so that's pretty bad. I just, to be honest, haven't felt like making a video over the summer, nor have I had really anything to make a video about. No, I really have had things to make videos about, but just haven't really felt like getting around to doing that. So, school's about to start up, and I thought to myself I should make a video before I go back to school. I wanted to make a lot more videos this summer, but yeah, that never happened. So I guess I'll just make this one right now. So over the summer, I gave my one laptop that I had, my Dell Inspiron E5105, I think, something like that. I can't remember if that's the exact model number. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I more or less gave that to my mom. I wasn't using it to its full potential. I didn't need a laptop like that. Then I realized I probably should have a laptop for school. So I had this HP Compaq. Had a broken screen, bad battery, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. And I only had 512 megs of RAM, so it was pretty bare bones. It was business class computer, of course. Had Vista Business on it. The hard drive was also bad when I obtained it, but this laptop was free when I got it. It was from a neighbor, so then they were moving out. It was in the garage, or it was in the basement when they moved there too. So it's been there for a couple years, and so they just gave it to me when they were leaving. So um, basically, what I did to it is I upgraded the RAM. I ended up putting 4 gigs of DDR2 and dual channel in here, so I was able to take advantage of that. The original RAM that was in here was like it was like they upgraded it to 1 gig, I believe, but it was like a 256 stick, and then it was some like really strange, like no name, um, higher capacity. I don't know. It wasn't able to run in dual channel since there were two different size sticks, equaling out to like 1 gig, but it wasn't like 512. So something weird like that, but able to take advantage of the dual channel, and you can definitely notice it, to be honest, in certain applications. Um, the only thing is that the video driver ends up taking like 128 megs of the RAM, which I'll show you guys in the Windows experience. But other than that, it's perfectly awesome. I only picked the RAM up. I picked the RAM up brand new. I didn't want to buy anything used. I decided I should probably just, I want to throw quite a bit of money into this thing, get it running and stuff. Even if it dies or it doesn't last me for however many years. It's a really nice project, mainly an excuse to put this thing back together into a working condition. So I also put this Belkin wireless card in there. It already has the wireless card in there, but I just put that in there just because I want to see. I haven't tested yet to see which one's better. This one's pretty old, I believe. I actually think it's older than the one that's already built onto the thing, but to be honest, this is actually picking up better reception than the one that's already built into the laptop. So I guess I'll do some testing with that to see which one has better connectivity. And actually, to be honest, it's nice having both of them available because my school is a little bit strange with their Wi-Fi networks and stuff. So if one's able to pick it up, then I'll leave it on that. Or if they're both able to, and say the other one doesn't pick it up for a long period of time, then I'm at least connected with one of them. So it's a nice looking laptop. It's my favorite looking laptop, to be honest. It's just boxy. It's simple. It looks like that. It's a business class laptop, which I like. And to be honest, when I end up saving up and buying a new laptop, I'm gonna if they still made the HP Compaq line, I probably would end up going with that. But since they don't, I'm probably gonna end up getting like a Dell Latitude or something like that. But what I've used and what I've experienced with the business class laptops, I've liked the build quality a lot more, and that's probably what I'll end up going with. So another thing I ended up doing, like I said, the battery was dead. So I ended up buying an extended battery for it. So I saw other reviews on this. It had really bad reviews, and I wanted to figure out what it was. But reading the reviews, the comments in the reviews and stuff, people were saying that the battery didn't fit or it was the wrong size. But to be honest, they're wrong. I've seen this before on Dell's laptops. They'll have the extended battery pops out the back. It's supposed to do that because it's a higher, this is a 9-cell battery compared to the normal 6-cell battery that you can get for this thing, and that's what this had in it. So it's a 9-cell 7200 milliamp battery. So it's definitely a lot. I really wanted that. And there's also an option for a battery, I'll get to that, an extended battery that goes underneath the thing. So I'm thinking I might actually pick that up, since there's you can get ones that are brand new from HP's website. I believe they're selling it through Amazon. for I believe like $16, and that's only a 6 cell, but it goes on the bottom. But pairing that with this thing would be incredible for battery life, since that would easily make it through the day or possibly even 2 days in school days. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. Maybe I'll end up getting that. I just still want to use this, see how much I'm able to get use out of this battery. I believe it's like 50% left. I was using it for like about 5 hours yesterday, so I'm already pretty impressed by the battery life. And that was running a high performance mode in Windows, so no battery saver or anything like that. I'm just milking the thing to its death. So over here, just the optical drive. It does have an SD card reader, which I absolutely love. 2 USB ports, dial-up mode, which I definitely will not use. It's nice to have there though. It has a high scribe or light scribe drive. That's nice with the HP stuff. I believe light scribe is an HP/Compaq. Not invention, but they came up with it or something like that. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, but I do want to mess around with light scribe. I do have some light scribe burners. I believe the one in my computer is actually a light scribe. Yeah. So maybe get something like that. Pick up some light scribe discs. I know that's definitely not a need, but more of a want. But anyways, that's pretty much all the way around this thing. Sorry, I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, but I'm not. Then it has the audio ports. Turn that on. I got that. Why not use it? There's a headphone, or the microphone jack is right underneath this Belkin thing. And then there's a firewire port here. I can actually get it there. There we go. Vents right there. It has this huge copper heatsink that goes around, and I'll show you guys what CPU this thing has in a second. Basically just a really nice laptop. I love the way it feels. It's not like all plastic and stuff. This is a really nice high quality plastic. And then up here, this is like it's not aluminum. I can't remember what it is, but it's not plastic on the top either. I can't open it correctly. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up, but it's a laugh about in the comments. Okay, so over here, yeah, it just labels the FireWire and microphone port. And then what I like about that is they know there's a docking station you can get for this thing. So what's cool about it is, I didn't really pick this up till later, was that it has all the indication, or the icons for the indication LEDs. And it also has it up here on the front top, so that if, for example, if you do have this in the docking station, you're still able to read those LED indicators, which is pretty awesome. The hinges are nicer compared to my Dell Dell Inspiron. That's the E5105. That's the one I'm thinking of, the white one. But I was going to use that one since it does have the Core 2 Duo, which I think is a slightly better processor than the one that's in here. But the hinges are a little bit messed up, like they are on most Dell laptops. So this thing has awesome hinges. The hinges are just, they're still in great shape. To be honest, this laptop was barely used. I think they bought it, used it for a week, and then dropped it, and then never got around to doing anything with it. Keyboard's in great shape too. There's no wear or anything to it from what I can tell. It was a little dirty when I got it, so I dusted it out. It's helpful what those duster cans come into use for. But yeah, I more or less popped it out, scrubbed it down, get it all cleaned. Same with the mouse pad and everything. But once I got it all cleaned up, it looks great. None of the stickers are all worn out or anything. They look like they're brand new. So yeah, it has an AMD Turion 64X2. And then yeah, it has Vista, or it had Vista Business. It still has the license on the bottom, which I already haven't used, so I don't really care if I show it to you guys, because I need to prove my point that it had Vista Business. It has the fingerprint scanner. I'd like to get it used or working in Windows. I've messed around with it and I can't seem to get the software to pick it up. It shows it in Device Manager, but the software doesn't seem to pick it up. I don't know if that's something with Windows 7 or something else along the lines, by maybe it's malfunctioning or something like that, but not a huge deal. It'd still be nice to use it just to log into the computer or stuff like that. So anyways, yeah, it's got a nice touchpad. I actually really like the touchpad on this thing. It's really sensitive, to be honest, and I also set the sensitivity up in Windows, and it's just great. It's nice to be on touchpad, and I love these buttons too. Compared to a lot of, what was it? I was working on a laptop the other day, but the button was all the way up here, so you would try to press down on here and you couldn't press it, and it just got so frustrating. I believe it was like an old Dell Studio laptop or something like that. Anyways, yeah, I replaced the screen on it too. At work we had a replacement screen, so I ended up replacing that. Awesome, got that going. Needed a little bit of cleaning to it, but other than that, it works like a charm. So once I got that screen replaced, I was like, I gotta definitely put some more work into this laptop. It definitely deserves it because it barely got anything. It has a really nice key. Sorry, my mom's texting me right now asking me if she should upgrade to Windows 10. So I've been reading that. She said the laptop's not compatible, but it is compatible. So I don't know if it's something with a video driver or what, but I'll look into that. Anyways, not the topic of this video. So anyways, I'll power it on now before I get more than 10 minutes into the video and I'm not even showing the turning on of the laptop. So basically, to go over, it has a 250 gig Toshiba drive, so nothing special. I might actually get an SSD for this thing because this thing would be amazing if I just got an SSD for it. You guys can see me in the reflection there. I don't want to show myself right now. I don't look great at all. I still need to take a shower. I did dual boot XP and 7 on here, but I removed the XP installation because I wanted to try and put 8 on here. 10 doesn't support because the graphics driver doesn't support Windows 10. Just my luck, but who really cares? I really just don't want to have. I don't want to have 10 on it. I'd like to just have 7 and 8 on there since I did end up putting 10 on my main system. Don't want to get rid of 7 yet. So yeah, boot times aren't the greatest, to be honest. They actually kind of are compared to what I've seen. But an SSD would just speed this thing up and make it an incredible laptop in general. For video playback, though, I'm able to do YouTube at 720p at full screen. It depends on the video, though. If something with like a lot of movement and stuff, you can definitely notice it might get a little bit laggy. So I usually just do 480 in full screen, and on this screen, anyways, it's like I think it's a 900p monitor. I'm not quite sure on that. I'll look at the display settings, but you don't really notice it at that resolution. But what else is there? I can't really think of anything. Oh, the speakers on this thing are absolutely unbelievable. I'll have to show you that with some song or something. I was working on another laptop too today, or the other day at work, and there was it was one of those HP Beats Audio computers or whatever. It had the Beats logo like 50 times stamped all over it, and we started playing. It had absolutely no bass to it or anything. It was just loud, tinny, and it just sounded horrible. It was immersive though, because I guess that's what they tried to make it seem like. It had like a speaker here, here, and they had one on like the screen or something. So it felt immersive, but it was just so bad that you couldn't even listen to it. So I'll type in the password there if I can remember which one it is. Alright, so yeah, 7 Home Premium. It gives me the notification to do the 10 upgrade, but can't do it. It yells at me because my graphics driver is not supported. I do have Gary's Mod on here. I was over at my cousin's house and wanted to play Gary's Mod, so I ended up trying to put Gary's Mod on here, and it actually runs surprisingly well. So I just have to get the Counter-Strike source packs and stuff like that to get the textures working properly. But I was in shock at how well it ran, and same thing with Minecraft. It actually ran pretty well on this thing for being CPU that it has in it. I could upgrade the CPU. I was thinking about it. It's 1.6 gigahertz, but other than that, don't really need to. I might get the 2 gigahertz model and call it a day, or get one of the. I could go full out and buy a Phenom quad core for it, but I don't think the voltage on the thing supports it. The socket does, but the voltage doesn't. There goes Skype. I need to disable that so Skype doesn't boot, because that definitely slows down the boot times. So there's the specs right there. I can get it to focus on it. There we go. Turning on 64X2, TL52 is the model. And then, yeah, there's the 4 gigs of RAM and the 3.87 usable. That's because it's being dedicated to the video memory. There we go, pretty much it. I believe it has all the updates recently because it's giving me the stupid Windows 10 notification that I can upgrade. Let me focus on there. Stupid Skype wouldn't put it out of focus. So yeah, when it comes to it, the only thing I will notice is the CPU is pretty sluggish. That's the only kind of, to be honest, drawback on this thing, because you'll be watching a YouTube video or whatever, and it pins the thing at 100% depending on what type of video you're watching, or if you're watching it at full screen or not, and pretty much all that. So like I said, with the battery, 1 hour, 50%. Yep, that's what I was thinking. So let me go into hardware monitor and show you guys the temps. I'll run a YouTube video with music to show you guys the speaker quality, but I'm not sure you're probably already hearing that. Skype notifications. Sorry if this video is going on for a while, but at least to 14, 15, it's going to be probably a 20-minute video for all I know. Should update that. So this thing shows the voltages of the battery, I believe. So I literally put this battery in there yesterday, got it. So 49%, 6600 milliamps. So it was listed as 7200, but that makes sense. It probably went 6600, and even then I only paid, I believe, like $16 for it. So great purchase, actually, to be honest. I guess we'll see. It's not the wrong size battery. People were saying in the review, so I'll have to post something about that, I guess. There's the Toshiba drive. The thing gets up to 40 degrees Celsius, so not too bad. And the CPU gets up to 65. So I'll leave that in the background, and then I'll go and play some YouTube video or some song to give you guys a good understanding of what the speaker sounds. Sorry, get my hand in the way there. I'm not sure what type of panel this is. It's not your average, I don't know if it might be a TN panel or something. It's not your average laptop display, but I really, really like this display. The colors on it and stuff are just absolutely amazing, and it's not matte, it's glossy. I prefer glossy, to be honest. Someone commented on that. Let me go into YouTube. I'll try and think of a song that has a good idea. Actually, I have a good song. I'll play the song. I believe I already have it. I bought it and it's on this laptop, but I gotta play something. Do like a 1080p video test to show you guys what I mean. See, it's acting slow right now, and I believe that's because of the Windows update in the background. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. If I click on that, right? Oh, nope. Didn't want to open that. I hate when I think they rigged YouTube to do that. You'll be sitting here and then waiting for when the videos start loading. This one will be up at the top, but you'll click it, and right as this one loads, you'll end up clicking on the ad. So it's like some small trickery right there. And I'm getting a call on Skype. I'm just not having the greatest luck in this video. So let me mute this before I start getting. I don't think I'll get copyright. So yeah, it's at 480 right now. It will try going up to 720, but that's just pushing it. So yeah, full screen here, it will play it no problem, but if something's in the background causing it to lag, I don't know what that is. Let's check. Yeah, that's pretty bad. There's something in the background. You can see there for a moment. Let's see. Well, this part of the video is being pretty boring. Processes. Looks like there's a Catalyst update, and then I have no idea. I think it was something to do with Windows Update. I'll mess with it there. Take my word for it, though. It plays 480p videos in full screen perfectly fine. 720, depending on the video, I praise it too. So let me go to Documents. I just bought a song. Let's see. Show you guys what I mean by how these speakers sound. I'll place it right here. Let the surround microphones on this thing pick it up. Probably hear the fan rev up, to be honest, the first part.
Don't be scared. I'm right here, even though you don't know. Trust me, boy. You wanna be right.
Alrighty, so I hope that gave a good enough representation of the audio on this thing. Absolutely incredible for what it is. I was reading reviews of this thing back in when it was released, and people were saying the laptop speakers were absolutely unbelievable. That was like one of the highest ratings on it, especially for a business class laptop. But then again, I guess that's what they want in these things. I didn't even give you guys the model number, so there's it right there. I'll put it in the description too, in case no one made it to this part. Compaq 6515B. So almost a similar model number to the Dell that's in there because it has the 515 or something like that. So something funny like that. Pretty much that's anyways, guys. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Pretty much just want to make a video on this. I guess I'll do an update too. See how at school and stuff how the thing works out. Absolutely love this thing. I'm so happy that I ended up putting the money I did into it. I think I only put like the screen was free. I just worked for the day's work. I just put it into that. So the RAM was 25. The battery was 16. So what was that? $36 or whatever. So not bad at all for what I've put into this thing. The hard drive was also free. So yeah, I guess I'll give a thanks to one of my friends who gave me the 250 gig drive that he took out of his what was it? It was one of those little tiny Acer laptops that are like $100, but they have Windows 7 Basic on them and stuff. They're just junk or whatever, and the really only good thing out of them is the RAM and the hard drive. So he gave that to me. He didn't have any use for it. So again, thank you very much for that. I guess I'll do an update too if I manage to get Windows 10 working. I guess there's already third-party drivers. The Dell Inspiron doesn't support Windows 10 either, but someone made some third-party drivers or somehow managed to get the 7300 LE driver for the GeForce driver to work on Windows 10. So I haven't messed around with that yet, but once somebody makes third-party drivers for 10 for this thing, I guess I'll have to give that a try because it definitely would also be nice to have 10 on here. Put a shock on people's faces when they see the Vista logo and then like Windows 10 running on this thing because it's quite amazing what you'll see from that. So anyways, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. My mom was just calling me there, so I had to hang up on her, so I guess I'm going to call her back. Then again, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.